Released a brand new commercial featuring Caitlyn Clark and her new Kobe shoe that she released today. And I saw this commercial yesterday on social media. I thought it was so cool. There's a shot when she's in the locker room and she opens her eye and it like turns into what looks like a snake eye, but when you zoom in, it's actually the Kobe.
Nike just executed a major corporate curveball, and Aya Wilson isn't hiding her frustration. After investing millions into building Wilson's brand, all while Caitlyn Clark consistently dominated headlines with every move she made on the court, Nike has finally faced a harsh dose of reality.
Nike finally delivers Caitlyn Clark PE. Is this the first Caitlyn Clark exclusive Nike commercial since she's entered the WNBA? I know she's made a cameo here, she's made a cameo there, she was featured as part of this rollout here, featured as part of this rollout there, but is this our first official Caitlyn Clark solo commercial since she has joined the WNBA?
Turns out, Nike's been backing the wrong star all along. Now that they're pivoting to the athlete who actually moves product, Aya Wilson is in full meltdown mode. But this isn't just about sneakers, it's about Nike finally owning up to years of favor.
Clark and Nike are officially dropping Caitlyn Clark's Indiana Fever player-exclusive Kobe 5s in just a couple weeks. So this shoe was first seen being worn by Caitlyn and was thought to be a colorway made just for her up until just a couple days ago, where Nike's official images of the shoes got leaked and the announcement was made saying that everyone will now have a chance to.
Let's talk numbers, because math doesn't care about egos. Sure, Aya Wilson's Nike A1S sold out in 5 minutes back in May. Sounds impressive, until you realize it was a limited drop designed to create artificial scarcity. Meanwhile, Caitlyn Clark teams up on a Kobe collab, and 13,000 pairs disappear in actual minutes. Not 5, not 10, just gone. No hype inflation, just raw demand.
Oh, I don't think I'd be in the wrong to say Caitlyn Clark's Kobe is the sneaker of the week, and everyone's focus is mostly on this one. If you really wanted that shoe, I hope you put your footwork in, because there's supposedly only 13,000 pairs on Sneakers App tomorrow. Combine that with a really high resale value, I expect this shoe to be a relatively difficult comp. But my hope seriously is that with Caitlyn Clark's sneaker coming out, that this sets a precedent and we might see other exclusive player edition Kobe's drop for the public.
The Nike site didn't just lag, it flat out waved the white flag to the Caitlyn Clark army. Resale prices skyrocketed instantly, jumping from $350 to a jaw-dropping $600 on the secondary market. When Clark's merch drops, it doesn't just sell out, it triggers a frenzy that makes Black Friday look like a neighborhood garage sale.
These things is some fire. I'm telling you, where there's smoke, there is fire, and these things is hitting so hard. And who got a bot? Who a shoe plug? Because I need 2 pairs. I need one for the sneaker wall, and I need one for my feet, because these things is hitting right here, and no, I don't want to pay $600 on go.
Here's where it gets juicy. Nike spent 2 full years crafting Aya Wilson's signature line, rolling out the royal treatment. We're talking custom logos, hands-on design sessions, the whole nine. They even let her weave in Celtic symbols for her parents, quotes from her grandmother, and enough personal flair to turn the sneakers into a family scrapbook with laces.
I lost all respect for Aya Wilson. I don't want to hear her opinions. I don't care what she has to say from this point on. When you keep a Nike deal 2 years in secret while you're spewing all that crazy stuff about Caitlyn Clark in the Time magazine, read it. Read what she said in the Time magazine. Yet you had a Nike deal the whole entire time.
Meanwhile, Caitlyn Clark is still waiting on her first real signature shoe, rocking Kobe hand-me-downs that outsell Aya Wilson's custom masterpieces by margins that would make a statistician cry. Nike gave Wilson everything she asked for and then some. Yet somehow, Clark's leftovers spark more hype than Wilson's meticulously curated brand statements.
So it's finally here. Caitlyn Clark sneakers from Nike is finally dropping. She was signed to them last year, and the sneakers is a year late in my opinion, but nonetheless I'm excited because these sneakers is finally coming out. But what does annoy me a little bit is that this is a collaboration with Kobe. Now Kobe, respect to Kobe, the legend, rest in peace, great basketball player, but in my opinion Caitlyn Clark is a big enough star and she's creating her own legacy. So I feel like at least for her first sneaker, it shouldn't be a collaboration with any other player, dead or alive, in my opinion. I feel like Caitlyn should have, for her first shoe, had her own original design just for her.
If you're enjoying this, hit that subscribe button. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Aya Wilson's me first mindset. She's been campaigning for attention like she's running for president of basketball. Signature shoe? Check. Custom logo? Sure. Though no one really knows what it means. Nike commercials directed by Malia Obama? Yep. And yet, she still acts like the world owes her more. Meanwhile, Caitlyn Clark just shows up, hoops, and effortlessly becomes Nike's most marketable athlete since Michael Jordan. Wilson's out here demanding respect. Clark's out here earning it, crashing websites, packing arenas, and doing it all without breaking a sweat.
And all this was done while the shoes being developed, while the collections being done. To demonize Caitlyn Clark and try to label her as a privileged white girl that's getting all the privileges, even though she earned everything she got. This ain't about color. This is about good and bad. And I find this a little evil. I find this evil. This is beyond bad, because you had the ability to speak up and say, hey, everybody, relax. Don't get on Caitlyn Clark. She got a shoe deal. That's cool. I got one too. Mine's taking a little bit, but it's going to come out. Just be patient. She could have came out and said that, but she didn't.
The funniest part? Nike really tried to make it work with Aya Wilson. They handed her a $20+ million contract extension, built entire marketing campaigns around her diamond-in-the-rough persona, and sold her story harder than a used car salesman on a holiday bonus. But here's the problem. You can't fake what Caitlyn Clark has naturally. Clark signs an 8-year, $28 million deal and instantly becomes Nike's most valuable asset without them lifting a finger. Every time she laces up, it's a walking, dunking, viral marketing campaign worth millions. No script, no spin, just Clark. Wilson, meanwhile, needs full production crews, backstories, emotional arcs, and enough narrative scaffolding to support a Netflix docuseries. Clark, she just needs to show up.
Nike did not fumble Caitlyn Clark. It takes years and years of research and development and building and designing and trialing and erroring to build a custom shoe line. Caitlyn Clark has played in only Kobe 5s and Kobe 6s almost exclusively for like the last 3 or 4 years. If they are building a shoe for Caitlyn Clark, that Caitlyn Clark is going to wear, that she's going to sell, that she's going to give away to her teammates, to her fans, to whomever, it has to be as good as, if not better, than the Kobe 5 or 6. And there's new Kobe variants out, and she doesn't wear them. She signed a $28 million 10-year contract with Nike. Year 2. We're in year 2 of that. The shoes are coming. They have to design them. It takes several years for this to happen. We're not just doing a colorway like Paige Beck.
Let's talk market impact, because this is where Aya Wilson's illusions run headfirst into hard numbers. Caitlyn Clark generated an estimated $82.5 million in economic impact for the state of Iowa alone. That's not a typo. One player, one state, $82.5 million. Clark isn't just a basketball star, she's a cultural juggernaut. Meanwhile, Nike execs are probably losing sleep, realizing they had the female Michael Jordan in their lap and missed it, too busy trying to make Aya Wilson happen, like she's some kind of basketball version of Fetch from Mean Girls. The signs were there from day one, but Nike seemed more interested in checking boxes on their social justice scoreboard than reading the market. Even former Nike basketball marketing director Jordan Rodgers publicly called them out, blasting his old employer for fumbling the Clark opportunity. It took an insider shaming them for Nike to wake up and acknowledge what the public already knew. Clark is the golden goose. And while Nike was force-feeding a different narrative, their stock hit a 5-year low. They didn't just bet wrong, they bet blind.